That's my daughter, Ava. So, on a more serious note, Ava was graduated. She graduated last Saturday, and it's easy for you to say. But for those of you who had children graduate, this was a toughie. This was a toughie for me, having her graduate, because it was only the day before yesterday when I was, kind of holding her and so it was, it's tough. But we went to her baccalaureate, and she did this thing that she'd like to present to you that I think would be something that perhaps the whole nation may want to think about, including in their lives. And I will let Ava explain it to you.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Well, as my dad said, this was a piece that I did in my baccalaureate, and it's become a very important piece to me. It's touched my heart in many ways, and well, it's a true story, and it's a story about a girl named Stacy. And in high school, it didn't matter what you did or who you hung out with. All that Stacy knew was that everyone needed God. So here is the basically true story of Stacy from the perspective of a girl named Julie. So if, with your permission. Hi, my name is Julie, and I'm supposed to tell you the story about a girl named Stacy. So here it goes. I guess it all started one day when I was walking down the hallway at school, and well, I dropped my books. Now that might not be a big deal to you guys, but to me it's like a whole production trying to pick them back up, So I'm standing there and I'm looking at my books on the floor, and I'm trying to use the force, but the force was not with me. So I'm standing there looking at my books, and then all of a sudden, this pretty blonde girl walks up to me, and she looks at me and she goes, "Hi, how about I help you with your books?" And I look at her and I think, wow, this girl wants to help me? And so I say, okay. So she bends down and picks up my books and looks at me and says, "Hi, my name is Stacy. How about I take these to your next class?" And I say, okay. So we're walking to my next class, and Stacy's just talking and talking and talking, and by the time we get there, I think I know pretty much everything there is to know about Stacy. So she walks into my classroom and puts my books down on my desk, and she turns to go, and I think to myself, well, good for you, Stacy, you did your good deed for the week. Then she stops and she